All right, well, hello everyone and happy Friday. It's digital host A.J. Wuest welcoming you back to Before the Four. Of course, the live stream where I go through some of 48's top news stories and then some before our 4 o'clock newscast. I say it every day, wherever you're watching Before the Four today, whether it's on Facebook, YouTube, or the 48 Now live stream. As always, thank you so much for watching and spending just a bit of your Friday afternoon here. Now first, let's begin with a look at the weather. Some scattered storms are making their way in the valley this afternoon, and we're expecting a few more storms over the weekend as well. Let's turn over to First Alert meteorologist Jeff DeNoyer for what we can expect. Jeff?
Hey, good afternoon to everybody. Good Friday afternoon. Almost to the weekend. Bring it on. Tracking a few showers and storms today. Got the radar up for you. You can see it there. We've had some heavy rainfall today. Areas northwest Alabama, especially some flash flood warnings were issued at one point, and continuing to track a few storms out there. The strongest cell right now is a scattered shower and thunderstorm that has developed near Scottsboro or the Dutton area, mainly east of the river. This is a wind maker of about 40-50 miles an hour, possibly 60, and also some very heavy rain and some vivid lightning. It's building off outflow boundaries, so what it's doing is just meandering to the north, lifting away from Dutton towards, we'll say, Stevenson, Hollywood, just to the west of Ider. It's going to track mainly east of the river as it goes north, if that makes sense. And this is the only player in town in terms of severe weather. But as you can see on the radar, it's been active. We don't have a lot of rain right now, but earlier today the radar was full and it was coming down pretty good, especially for areas northwest Alabama. It's also kept the temperatures way down. We have a lot of 70s to near 80 degrees out there right now. Very, very humid, but not hot though, like we had earlier this week. Storms will continue for the weekend on Saturday and Sunday, especially on Sunday at any given time over the weekend. Your thunderstorms will produce heavy rainfall, gusty winds, and dangerous lightning. And the storm threat will continue for Monday and Tuesday. The good news, though, is storm chances will likely start to back off a bit by the end of the week. And of course, that will coincide with the July 4th holiday on Friday. An early call for the following weekend. Mainly dry Saturday and Sunday now, and temperatures will be in the low 90s, but if we can keep the rain out of the forecast, that will be wonderful for all those outdoor plans and picnics that you may have for the July 4th holiday weekend.
And of course, First Alert Weather Extra will be tonight at 9:30, just like every weekday. First Alert meteorologist Jeff DeNoyer, he'll be back here in the CTV Center, and he'll have all the latest that he is seeing on the radar. Again, that is tonight at 9:30, and then over the weekend, 8:15 a.m., there'll be a Weather Extra, as well as 4:30 p.m. So definitely just not going to want to miss it. Jeff always has such a fun time with it. He has a good time with it. So you're just not going to want to miss it. Leave a comment, leave a reaction. Jeff loves responding to your comments. So yes, make sure to tune in to that. But now, a crazy scene unfolded yesterday at the Town Square Market in Pulaski, Tennessee. Surveillance video shows a car zooming through the front of the building on First Street, hitting a customer who was at the cash register. The store manager, Meg Patel, says the woman driving the car wasn't hurt, but the man at the counter was. Now, it's unclear what caused the woman to drive into the building. Obviously, as you can see in the video, the market suffered some interior damage and is currently closed. Take a listen to what Patel had to say.
I don't know, within a second she came in and ran the car inside, and like, I don't know what that happened, but I tried to help the dude out from the ground, and I'm just trying to hold her up, but I don't know what the heck.
Certainly some crazy stuff there, and again, that is in Pulaski, Tennessee. But now a story, in case you missed it, out of Huntsville. If you're currently waiting for that road widening project on Winchester Road to finally finish up, well, you're going to be waiting a while, because city leaders now say it's not expected to finish until 2029. The project began in 2017. 48's Noah Cowell reports.
Huntsville's Director of Engineering, Kathy Martin, says construction will begin on this stretch of road right here behind me at the start of next year. But delay after delay has made those who live here wonder, how much longer will it really be? This road widening project will take place from just east of Moores Mill Road all the way east to Neuer Road, where it's already been widened to 5 lanes. But some residents grew impatient long ago.
Not the first telephone pole's been moved, not the first shovel of dirt has been turned. So we're still waiting, and the congestion's getting even worse and worse every day.
In 2022, city leaders told us they would start construction at the beginning of 2024. But then that goal turned into this summer and then next year. Martin says she understands everyone's frustration, but this is a slow process, and a big part of the holdup has been legally acquiring the land that the road will be built on.
With the market values changing and the ownerships changing, as well as subdividing parcels for redevelopment. Every time that happens to any one of those 80 parcels that we're trying to acquire, we have to go back to the very beginning, change the name, change the acreage, make new offers, new negotiations, and new appraisals as a result of any time a property changes in that corridor.
But Brooks, who is a former city employee, questions how this process is being handled.
Once they get it negotiated, get the shovel out and start digging, widen the road. If you wait 3 years, the property might change ownership and you have to renegotiate.
Martin says once this construction starts, she estimates it will take around 3 years to complete. And by the end of it all, this will be a 12-year-long project. And it could be longer because Martin says there is a possibility that further delays are in store. Reporting in Huntsville, Noah Cowell, 48 News, on your side.
Well, I think I speak for most people when I say once that project is finally finished, I think we're going to be very happy about that. That is for sure. But now, coming up after the break, we'll talk about some new technology coming to 911 dispatch in DeKalb County and an awesome story regarding the Muscle Shoals Fire Department you're just not going to want to miss. It's all ahead. I'll be right back in 1 minute. All right, well, hello everyone and welcome back to Before the 4. Now, of course, new technology is coming to 911 dispatch in DeKalb County. The goal of the new tech is to better serve the community and improve everyone's safety. 48's Callie Neese with the details.
I spoke with Michael Posey, who is the EMA director and the chairman for the DeKalb County Communications Governance Committee, and he told me all about the new computer aid dispatch system, otherwise known as CAD, that will be launching this August. CAD isn't brand new. Many other agencies have used it for years, but this will be the first time DeKalb County will have it. Posey told me he is really excited for this new addition. He says CAD instantly sends information from a dispatcher's computer to the computers used by everyday police officers and other first responders. Anything a 911 dispatcher types into the system can immediately be seen by first responders, meaning information you give 911 dispatchers during an emergency is passed on to them as quickly as possible.
We will be able to provide better safety for responders, better services to the community, and more efficient and more efficient services to the community members.
He says this will help them achieve their goal to keep the community safe.
Well, ultimately, our goal is to provide the best service to our citizens that we can. Absolutely. That is the number one goal of all the public safety officers and public safety personnel in the county.
Awesome stuff. Well, now check this out. Even when they're on vacation, they're saving lives. 3 Muscle Shoals firefighters were vacationing on the beach when trouble arose. A rip current threatened to take a couple's life, so they sprang into action. Aria Pons with the full story.
The reality of firefighters is saving lives every day. That's why vacations are needed to get away. In fact, the ocean was meant to pull these 3 away from their worries, not try to pull them under.
We really weren't thinking much about besides we had to make sure these people didn't go under, you know.
Muscle Shoals Fire Chief John Hyde says for years now he's been going on vacation with his 2 coworkers, Kyle Taylor and Ryan Andrews. This time though, they happened to save a couple, Kristen and Michael Brannon.
Had they not intervened, I don't think I would be on the phone with you right now.
Kristen and Michael Brannon go to the beach where they live in Panama City every Sunday, except this Sunday their worst nightmare happened. They got caught in rip currents.
I flipped over to my back to float, to rest, and honestly pray, because I was already so tired. I started yelling for help and heard my 3 angels.
Hyde immediately jumped into action along with Tyler and Andrews. Hyde grabbed another swimmer's boogie board and swam to grab both Kristen and Michael. The 3 brought them back to shore safely before they had the chance to go under. Hyde says anyone would have done the same.
Whole surrounding area of first responders and firefighters, police department, everybody, we're such a small community around here. Everyone doesn't even think, they just act. They do their job, they do what they're supposed to, because the majority of us are called to this, you know, because it's our calling, not just because it's a paycheck.
Kristen Brannon says she wants to fully thank her 3 angels for risking their lives, and she wants people to be aware of rip currents, even if you know what you're doing. Reporting in Muscle Shoals, Aria Pons, 48 on your side.
That is an awesome story there. But now, if you're looking for something interesting and briny to do this weekend, you might want to head out to the Orion Amphitheater, because the first ever Rocket City Pickle Fest is coming to town. It's kinda a big deal. Everything pickles will be there: pickle merch, pickle drinks, pickle snow cones, pickle cigars even. It will be Sunday starting at 11 a.m. until 5. Attendees and fellow pickle fans alike will enjoy some pickles of all varieties, as well as fun activities, live entertainment. It's truly going to be a brine of a time. I recently spoke with Torian Blackburn with the Orion all about it. Take a listen. The Rocket City Pickle Fest is coming to the Orion Amphitheater on June 29th, and of course today I am joined with events manager Torian Blackburn.
Glad to be here with you.
How are you doing today, Torian?
Oh, I'm pumped. I'm super excited for Pickle Fest. It's going to be a fun time.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So first, talk about the Pickle Fest. What inspired you to start such an awesome event like this?
Yeah, so me and Lena Mayer, we are the community outreach team at the Orion. So it's our job to, you know, curate events that, you know, relate to the community. And one day we were like, is there a Pickle Fest like around here? And we didn't see one, and so we went to our general manager, Alex Craig, and we were like, can we do Pickle Fest? And he was like, yeah, go for it. So that's when you have, you know, great managers who are like, yeah, that sounds fun, go do it. And so that's how Rocket City Pickle Fest came about. We're super excited for everyone to come out and attend, and it's gonna be a fun time, just full of pickled everything.
Absolutely. It sounds like a wonderful time. Mm-hmm. So it just came to you one day, we're going to start a Pickle Fest?
It really did. It really did. We were just sitting at our desk, and I think we had like pickles, and we were like eating pickles, and we were like, this is fun. And of course with like pickleball picking up now, and just, it's just such a crowd favorite. And so we're like, let's not, you know, let this pass us by. Like, let's lean into this and really do it.
That's right. Yes, Pickle Fest, it is of course coming this Sunday, again starting at 11 a.m. at the Orion Amphitheater. That full 48 Now interview will be published on our website, and within the next hour we'll have it up, and you can read all about it, and you can watch that full 48 Now interview for more details. But yes, a big deal coming to the Rocket City this Sunday. Awesome story there. And speaking of which, let's go into the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscasts. A new round of kitchen cop scores, get all the latest coming up, an update at the Sandra Moon Community Complex, and finally, the latest from a busy day at the Supreme Court. And these are just a few of the stories you're just not going to want to miss coming up in our evening newscasts. And it is 3:54, y'all, we have time for Facebook fun. That's right. And our 48 Facebook question of the day was simple. What are your weekend plans? Are you going to Pickle Fest? Are you going to June Fest? That is another event going on this weekend with Spokes and Vogues, Lee Adams. I interviewed him for 48 Now a couple months back. That is also going on this weekend. But what I want to know is what you are doing this weekend. What are your weekend plans? And let's see what some of you had to say. Staying under the AC. That's what Robert said. I do not blame you, especially after this week. Adam Graves said getting the windshield replaced. Nap, wedding party, church, nap. Oh, and a lot of food. Nothing wrong with that. Staying busy. Adam Graves, thank you for commenting. Danielle said chill with my daughter and son. Absolutely. Have a great time. Spend some quality time with family there. Linda said she's going to the beach. Lucky. I wish I was at the beach. That would be incredible. I love the beach so much. Have fun, Linda. Amanda said, having my son's first birthday party tomorrow. Amanda, happy birthday to your son. I hope it is great. Have a great weekend. Matthew said, birding and hiking. Now that is awesome. Of plenty of places to hike here in the Tennessee Valley and a lot of different types of birds I see around. I actually spotted a couple cardinals on my bike ride this morning, but I know there's a lot more birds out there. I'm just not super educated on all the birds here in the Tennessee Valley, but there's certainly a lot. Have fun, everyone who commented on today's 48 Facebook question of the day. Have a great weekend to you all who are watching here across the Tennessee Valley. That is just about it for today's Before the Four, but of course I want to thank you for watching this Friday afternoon. Have a great rest of your night. Enjoy tonight's evening newscast, and as always, thank you so much for watching. You all have a great night.